My best advice for getting ahead is look poor, build wealth. Wealth isn't all these flashy items, fancy cars, all these luxury goods. Wealth is the money that you do not spend. Wealth is invisible a lot of the time. It's money you have that you have invested. It's money that you have put towards your future. It is freedom. And a huge aspect of my wealth building journey that changed the game was being comfortable with looking poor. And by looking poor, what I really mean is being completely under the radar and building your wealth in silence, changing your view on what wealth is. For me, wealth is freedom, it's time, it's not being tied to anything that doesn't make you happy. It's having complete control over your entire life. It's not about material possessions and how you look from the outside looking in. The true goal of wealth for me is freedom. And it's not about some arbitrary number either. You don't have to be a multimillionaire in my eyes in order to be wealthy. It's what have you done with the resources that you've accumulated? Have you used it in a strategic way where it gives you complete freedom? It gives you maybe a passive income? And the real trick to getting there is looking poor. The amount of money or passive income that you would deem as wealthy varies from person to person, lifestyle to lifestyle, family size to family size. So what do I mean by looking poor? Simply, I mean that you've changed your view of what money is. You reframe your thinking in order to see that money coming into your life as a tool to use towards your future rather than something to use instantly for instant gratification in order to get material possessions and look good to the outside world. So the first step is definitely stop buying rubbish. And rubbish also includes things like fancy dinners, designer watches, handbags. Everything's got to go. When I started building up wealth, my first aim was to pay off my mortgage. And when I had £100,000 left on it, all I thought was, I need 100,000 of these pound coins. That's all I need in order to reach my goal. So every pound that I made from there on out was scrutinised when it came to spending it or allocating it. Did I really want to take 4 of them to get a coffee that would last me 2 seconds when I've got perfectly delicious coffee at home? Do I really need that thing that I've got my eye on that I'm thinking about getting? Or do I want to take all those pounds and put it towards those 100,000 that I need and see that reduce? £100,000 may seem a lot. It may seem an insurmountable goal, but it's crazy how when you start passively just putting the money towards it, even pennies, they all add up, they all accumulate, and before you know it, 10,000 has been wiped out, 20, 30, and it becomes a really addictive game. You need to really consider every purchase. Is it really necessary? Do I really need that right now? When you're thinking about buying something, maybe sleep on it for a while, give yourself a few days and see if it really is a necessary purchase. All other money goes towards the goal. If it's a debt that you're paying off as well, you can reframe your thinking. For every pound that you're paying, add on the amount of interest that you would save if you put that pound towards the debt rather than something else. It's even more motivation to keep paying it down. Remember that one of the most important aspects of being wealthy is getting rid of debt. Looking poor gives you the advantage of stealth wealth. It allows you to quietly focus on your goal without anybody from the outside interfering. It stops any distraction from people trying to derail you, being jealous, or maybe even trying to siphon something from you. And it allows you also to keep your authentic connections with people in your life. People aren't coming in with ulterior motives. Looking so flashy all the time really can bring the wrong sorts of attention into your life, the wrong sorts of people, and it can change your relationships with others too. The sorts of people who are attracted to the appearance of wealth, a lot of the time they're only in it to get something from themselves. And they also tend to add a lot of pressure into your life to spend. And of course, every penny that you're not spending on stuff is going towards your future. It's getting you to that goal. If you can change your mindset about the money that you're making, and see it as a tool for your future, the pace in which you're going towards your goal will just accelerate and snowball, especially when everything just clicks and you start pushing more and more, quietly, steamrolling towards your goal. It may be a hard habit to break at first, but once you start seeing those results, just try it for a few months. Once you start seeing those results, I guarantee your whole mindset will change. Your priorities will just shift. You'll start to see that the consumer culture that we've normalised, especially in the West, is doing nothing but keeping you back. And you'll start to become disinterested in that, keeping up with the Joneses. It'll be all about your goal. Keep your eye on that goal at all times. Don't get distracted, don't get pressurised. And the best way to do this is keep quiet and silently just work towards your goals. So my best steps would be set your goal. What's the amount or the thing that you want to achieve first? Step 2 is really scrutinise your finances and do it completely honestly. Look at your bank account. Where is the money going each month? What can I cut out? What do I not need? Where am I going wrong? And I can't emphasise enough that you need to be completely honest with yourself, or else you're only holding yourself back, nobody else. Don't be in denial about your spending. Just embrace where you're at so that you can move forward. Step 3 is put it into practice. Every time that you spend money on something that isn't your goal, is money not going towards the goal? It extends the time between you and the goal. And yes, there are purchases that need to be made, absolutely. But it's time to start thinking about each purchase as a consequence. You really need to start considering them. You can't just mindlessly be spending anymore. Step 4 is increasing your income. You might find ways in order to make a bit more money on the side. But the easiest thing that everybody can do in order to increase their income is reduce the spending. Look poorer. The 5th thing completely depends on your goals. So for me, at the stage of paying off my mortgage, I just wanted that gone. So I didn't invest my money. For me, the investment was each pound I put onto my mortgage was decreasing the amount of interest I would have to pay and cutting down that time between me and being mortgage free. I didn't allow any lifestyle creep to come into my life. So that mortgage payment no longer being in my life, I didn't see that as, oh, I've got this free money that I can spend every month now, woo! That money became a snowball towards my next goal. But to make a long story short, the best advice that I could give you is look poor to build wealth. Because it feeds everything from getting out of debt, stepping away from consumerism, stepping away from comparing yourself to everybody else. It allows you to really laser focus in on your goal and block out all the noise, block out all the temptation. A lot of the wealthiest people in life, and I don't even mean multimillionaires, for me, the wealthiest people in life are the people who can choose when to work, who can choose what to do with their time. And that doesn't mean a multi-millionaire. No, absolutely not. Everybody's monetary goal will be different, but a wealthy person to me is the person who has enough of a passive income to just completely control their entire life, to embrace the lifestyle that they're passionate about, and to have the security of being able to walk away or make changes in their life or pivot when things go wrong in life. It's a freedom that could never compare to all the stuff that people buy, to all the stuff that people just throw their money at, to impress people that don't even care about them, to impress people they'll probably never see again, who won't even be at their funeral. Truly wealthy people realise what true wealth is. And that all begins with being comfortable with looking poor. When you stop caring what anybody else thinks about you, your goal and you will meet so much quicker. I wish you every success in your goals, and if there's anything I can help you with or any questions you have, just drop them down below. I'd love it if you could subscribe if you're enjoying the videos. I'll be coming out with more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.